Good morning, good morning. It's day 100. Woo! 100 days of being on trail. As Factstyle put it, 100 days of being homeless. I have a home, I carry my home. Man, that's weird. I think I'm on day 100. I have about a month left, so should be finishing around 130 days if everything goes to plan. That's strange. Yesterday we had service at our campsite, and there was a bunch of family friends being like, "Ooh, can we meet up with you while you're in Washington?" and all that, since it's coming so close. Yeah, it's just so interesting. Wow. I don't even know what to think. Well, today is a pretty special day because not only is it my day 100, but today we're gonna go to the section of trail that I've already hiked. So this section that we're gonna run into in I want to say 10-ish miles is where we'll meet up with it. The section is the part of the PCT that I hiked when I did the Three Sisters Loop in September with my mom at TP. So I'm actually really excited. It's a really gorgeous section. We're going to pass Obsidian Falls today, go through the lava flows. It'll be really special. So I'm excited to do it. And we're actually going to camp in the section I did. So I think I have a pretty good idea of actually where we're camping too. So it should be a really good site if it is the site I'm thinking about. So, kind of excited. It should be a good day. Just hopefully the mosquitoes aren't going to be too horrendous. Yep. So we're almost at the junction that I took to get onto the PCT when I was hiking with TP during the Sisters trip last year. It's really cool to see it coming from this direction before we came this way and connected up there somewhere. So it's really cool to see. I remember those rocks up ahead, not like lava flow. It's really cool. So this is the junction that TP and I took to get onto the trail, the PCT. So we came from that way last year. This year I came from that way, all the way from Mexico, minus 800 miles, but that's okay. So cool. So I figured I should update you guys. I haven't really taken much video or photos today, just because, I don't know, it's kind of like a trip down memory lane. I'm so excited to do this stretch of trail, and I've just been jamming to music all day and having a really good time. The terrain is a little bit more steeply graded in some sections, and not too bad, but It is a lot less cruisy per se, but it makes up for it in views. Oh my gosh, I forgot how gorgeous this section is. It's almost like the Sierra. It's like the Oregon's version of the Sierra, basically, in my opinion. If you ever have to choose a section of the PCT to do in Oregon, choose this section. It's so cool. You have gorgeous mountains with snow on them, and lakes and streams and trails and meadows. It's pretty spectacular, honestly. But we're getting to one of my favorite parts of the trip that I took with my mom last year. Obsidian Falls. We're like 3.5 miles away from Obsidian Falls right now. So it's exciting. So we're about, let's say 9 or 10 miles away from camp. And it's just around like 1:30, I think. I actually don't know what time it is. It's 1. I overestimated. So yeah, we should be getting to camp around a decent time. Apparently though, there is a stretch coming up of a little bit of a longer water carry. Today water's been pretty plentiful, but we haven't really wanted to stop because of the mosquitoes. Thankfully we're in a part where there's enough wind that there are no mosquitoes. So it's pretty nice. And I think it should be that way for most of the rest of the day, hopefully, if I remember correctly. So it's exciting. Our first snow in Oregon that we have to walk on. It's not the first snow patch, but first one we have to walk on, that's for sure. Bye! As I fall over. Also, this obsidian is so cool. There's fields and fields of obsidian. So we were just at Sister Spring, which feeds into Obsidian Falls, and we ran into a hiker who actually hiked the PCT in 2004. It was really cool. She met one of her closest friends on the trip, and they've done a backpacking trip together every summer since. I haven't missed a single summer. It's really cool. She said she was like one when she hiked the PCT. There was only about 450 permits given and only about 68 people finished. So it was really cool hearing her story. I think her name is Amber, and that's just her name. She didn't really have a trail name, but her friend is Road Rash. So yeah, it was really cool hearing from you guys. And they gave us some information about the sisters, the 3 sisters. So I knew there was South Sister, Middle Sister, and North Sister, but I didn't know if they had any names. So apparently their names are from south to north. It's Faith, Hope, and Charity. So that was really cool to learn. Yeah, and we have not seen the North Sister yet. We've just seen the south and the middle, and this morning I thought I got a glimpse of little brother, so there's a little brother as well. I should have asked her if little brother had a name. Sadly we didn't, but other than that, I don't know if I've seen little brother all day, but it's pretty cool. So faith, hope, and charity. So this is Tent Talk for PCT day number 100. Pretty special day. It's probably top 5 days on PCT so far. It's been an amazing day. Foxtail can concur.
Absolutely.
I'm at mile 1,979 point, what was it? I don't know, 9, I think. I don't know. I think that's the number. Anyway, I'll put it up if it's wrong. It was a 26.7 mile day for us today, and we cross over into 2,000 tomorrow. So not only is it my day 100, but we also crossed 2,000 miles tomorrow. However, technically we did skip 80 miles due to the closure, so it's technically not our mile 2,000, but it's close enough. Let's see. Today has just been incredible. We hiked most of the Three Sisters PCT side of the loop for the Three Sisters loop. It was gorgeous. We hiked through forest meadows, lava flows, obsidian area, saw waterfalls, streams, lakes, just literally almost any portion of trail we hiked today. Sand, it's not real sand though, it's just the pummel sand, the rocks, but so it's not as bad as hiking through sand, but it's similar. But literally everything about today has been the pretty. It's been amazing. It took me a bit to figure out what the gritty for today is because I don't really have one. I mean, there's the mosquitoes, but that's just a way of life now in Oregon. So it's not really bad. The one that I kind of came up with, and Foxtail came up with, was the lava rocks. As you're hiking on them, they tear up your shoes, and if you step on them wrong, you can twist an ankle or you can biff it and it will tear up your hands. So you have to be a little bit more careful when walking through the lava flow sections, just so that you don't injure yourself. But other than that, it's been pretty amazing. So today is Wednesday, which means Wet Wednesday. And for Wet Wednesday, the question for today is, what is the hardest part of your day / your routine? And I've thought about it kind of on and off all day,
And something for me in particular is eating. I always forget to eat, or I just don't want to eat. It's often that I'll cook my dinner at like 6 or 7 or even 5, and then I won't eat it until like 8 or 9 in my tent because I just forget that it's there. I just start setting up my tent while it's like marinating and rehydrating and just forget about it. So that is a hard part for me. But I think one of the biggest things that we came up with was when you get to your tent site, you're just so focused on all the other chores that you forget to take care of your body. Like you forget to stretch, you forget to roll out your feet. And it's even like while you're hiking, you're like, oh, that hurts. I should probably roll it out when I get to camp. And then you get to camp and you never do. And then you'll feel it in the morning. So I guess taking care of your body and just making sure you massage and roll out is one of the hardest parts because you just forget and you just are so focused on everything. And by the time you remember, you're in your sleeping bag and you're like, there's no way I'm getting out of this sleeping bag. I'm so tired. I'm not going to roll out. So that is a pretty hard part of the day because you just forget about it. Anyway, I think that's it for today's What Wednesday, and so here is the sketch and the foot picture for today, and then the message to the fam: I love you, rock on, and as always, we'll see you on the trails.